Hello, and welcome back to Rooted in the Seasons, where we explore how ancient wisdom meets modern life, with a strong cup of tea and a dose of practical tools for real busy women. I'm Katja Patel, Ayurvedic diet and lifestyle educator, yoga teacher, and teacher mentor, and someone who helps you find calm and clarity through small daily rituals, seasonal rhythm, and timeless wisdom. In today's episode, we're diving into winter immunity and what your body is really telling you. This episode is a perfect companion to the blog post that went live this week. And if you prefer listening over reading, this is for you. So let's get started. We all know that winter is the time of colds and coughs and runny noses. We also know that our immune system is the decisive factor of us getting over these colds in a few days or them lingering for weeks. Constantly fighting off something leaves us entering winter feeling tired and groggy. And everywhere you look, there's the same message. Boost your immunity, strengthen your immunity, support your immunity. But here's the thing. Ayurveda has taught us for thousands of years, and what my conversation with Ayurvedic practitioner Anu Pavalova last week beautifully reaffirmed, immunity isn't something you boost. It's something you build. Slowly, layer by layer, meal by meal, day by day. And winter is actually the perfect season to exactly do that, if we support the body in the right way. So in this episode, I'll walk you through how Ayurveda understands immunity, why winter is a strengthening season, the role of digestion and rhythm, how your microbiome adapts to your environment, and a very simple morning check that tells you a surprising amount about your immune health. So let's begin with the foundation. Ayurveda's view of immunity. For that, we need to look at Ojas. That's what immunity really is. Because in Ayurveda, immunity is called Ojas. And Ojas is the essence of digestion. Brings health, resilience, clarity, and calm. Ojas isn't something you can swallow in a supplement. It's the final, most refined outcome of a long and intelligent process of food, digestion, the 7 tissues, and eventually a few tiny drops of Ojas. So if your digestion is weak, rushed, or overloaded, your body simply can't produce strong Oja or produce it at all, even if the food that you eat is healthy. So your immunity is quite literally built on your digestion, your routines, your nourishment, your sleep, and even your microbiome, because they all impact your digestion. This is why Ayurveda always brings us back to daily rhythms. Now, let's talk about the role of winter, because winter is actually a season that invites us to strengthen. Nature gives us heavier, oilier, sweeter food, the opposite of summer. These foods build the tissues, stabilize vata, and create deep reserves. But if meals are irregular or eaten while stressed, winter becomes quickly exhausting instead of restoring. I often hear people say, I get every bug going. Ooh, I feel run down all winter. And it's not that they are doing anything wrong. It's simply that their rhythm is at odds with the season. So remember, winter strengthens you if you slow down enough to let it. Now, we shift into a part I absolutely love because it blends Ayurveda with modern science beautifully. Your microbiome, the bacteria in your gut, actually adapts to the environment you live in. When you eat food grown in your region, in your climate, in the same seasonal cycle, your gut bacteria develop what are called local intelligence. They recognize soil microbes, they adjust immune response, they make you more resilient to pollen, allergies, environmental irritants, winter bugs, all of it. And modern research supports this. Soil microbes and plant microbes can travel into the human gut and influence the microbiome directly. Studies also show that gut microbes shift with the seasons as diet changes. And even human research confirms that seasonal foods influence the composition of our microbiota. So eating seasonally and locally isn't just nice, it's natural. It's biologically intelligent. Digestion and rhythm equal strong immunity. Now let's bring digestion into the picture because it is where immunity can weaken quickly. Think of your digestive fire, your Agni, like a candle flame. When a flame is steady, digestion is easy and immunity stays strong. When it flickers, digestion becomes irregular, inconsistent. And when it's smoky or weak, food doesn't digest properly. Toxins accumulate and immunity drops. Here are some signs of your digestive fire might be struggling. The afternoon slump, bloating or heaviness after meals, the need to snack to get through the day, low appetite, foggy thinking, or catching colds easily. And the big one, snacking. As Anu clearly said in our conversation, there is no such thing as a healthy snack and no healthy food after 5 p.m. I would like this to sit with you for a few moments. There is no such thing as a healthy snack and no healthy food after 5 p.m. Take a moment and check in with your eating habits here. What time is your dinner? Do you need to snack? This frequent nibbling never allows digestion to complete its cycle. And that's what weakens Agni, your digestive capacity. The microbiome becomes imbalanced and toxins start to build up. Late meals disrupt the body's nighttime detox. Irregular meals confuse the system. And eating under stress shuts digestion down immediately. So the real strengthening happens with rhythm. Warm meals, regular timing, early dinners, and calm evenings. These are simple but incredibly effective. All right, here comes the simple, practical tool I promised. Ayurveda uses the tongue as a daily diagnostic tool. And in 3 seconds, you can get an honest picture of your immunity. First, look underneath your tongue. If these veins are easily to see and they are very distinct from the color of the tissues around them, that suggests low immunity. If they blend in more with the tissues in the color, immunity tends to be strong. Next, look at the top of your tongue. If there's a thick white coating, that signals toxins, what Ayurveda calls ama. Dry patches or cracks show dryness or weakened tissue quality. This really is such a quick but powerful habit. And you can include that every time you brush your teeth. I would like to touch a little bit on allergies because they've become so common. Ayurveda distinguishes between true allergies, which involve immune memory, and they can be lifelong, although they can be softened, and food sensitivity, which often come from weak digestion or irritation of the gut lining, and usually improve when Agni is strengthened. So much of immunity is simply how well our digestion processes what you take in. Food, yes, but also stress, your screen time, emotions, and in general, the overstimulation that we experience at the moment. So let's bring it all together with simple winter rituals. Think of these as small anchors that support your digestive fire and build immunity. First up, sip hot water in the morning. It wakes up your digestion. Then eat warm, cooked, seasonal meals, stews, soups, roasted veg, broths. Your gut will love them. Have an early light dinner, ideally by 5 p.m. If that's not possible, as early as you can, closest to 5 p.m. This will give your body time to complete the digestive cycle before you head to bed. This is a good one and a very important one. Leave 4 to 5 hours between meals. No grazing. This alone is going to address a lot of digestive issues and it creates resilience. Next one is prioritize early nights. Your liver and gut detox between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. So you want to be in bed by then, otherwise the energy gets siphoned off this super important process. Another ritual or habit that you can develop is or implement is eat locally where possible. It supports your microbiome. My favorite, add a little ghee to your food. It softens dryness that naturally comes in the winter, and it strengthens the tissues. Last one, create a slow, calm evening. Candlelight or dimmed light. So the body knows it's getting evening and bedtime is soon. Warm tea and a few either yoga stretches or some gentle breathing. These habits are powerful precisely because they are so simple. So winter isn't about doing more. It's about doing less, but doing it with rhythm. So let's wrap this up. Winter becomes difficult when we move against it. But when we eat with the season, sleep with the season, and nourish digestion with warmth and consistency, immunity isn't something we chase. It becomes something that naturally arises. And of course, it's relevant all year round. So my question to you, is there any of these rituals that you can implement today? Thank you so much for listening to Rooted in the Season. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe or follow wherever you're listening. That way you don't miss the next one. You can also download my free guide, my 5 quick Ayurvedic fixes from scattered to steady, and join my Sunday Read newsletter. You'll find all the necessary links in the show notes. I also love hearing from you. DM me on Instagram or drop me an email and let me know what resonated with you, what you found helpful, and where you have questions. Until next time, stay rooted in the seasons. Bye-bye.